The Johnny Depp situation with his court case currently going on here in the UK against the news group The Sun, and obviously The Sun on Sundays and stuff, is taking quite an interesting turn. Because what we're going to take a look at is we're going to jump straight into it. Top stories today, we have one which was from an hour ago, The Guardian. Amber Heard, the antagoniser of rows with Johnny Depp, court told. Daily Mail, Johnny Depp wrapped his shirt around her neck, court hears. That was 4 hours ago. Then you got Sky News, which was 18 minutes ago. Johnny Depp libel case, ex-aide tells court he found a piece of his other actor's flesh after an argument. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, this was an hour ago. Winona Ryder to defend Johnny Depp in this case. That is an interesting take and is a very interesting turn because, like we've said in the past, we have seen an investigator go back 3 decades who was hired by Amber Heard and her defense team, who have now left her. She's had to get a brand new defense team in because they found out that she lied. So they were like, yeah, go away. Which is an interesting thing straight away because of the whole Me Too movement and the people who were involved. But when you have an ex-wife or ex-girlfriend come in and defend a person who is basically being dragged to the mud by Amber Heard, and the investigator found nothing. From 3 decades, well, over 3 decades. This is going back to the early 90s and the late 80s, when Johnny Depp was just becoming big and famous. Obviously, 1984, he was in A Nightmare on Elm Street, and when you hear that, and that nothing can be found, going back over 3 decades, and this guy, he went everywhere. He went to Europe, he came into the UK, asked everyone, America, South America, you name it, the guy went there. And he found nothing. But obviously, all you gotta do is do a little bit of a digging on the internet, and you can find a whole host of bad stuff that Amber Heard has done in her past. But with all of this, like I say, when you have people coming out and supporting Johnny Depp saying, actually, I heard Amber Heard say this, I heard her say that, I saw her throw this, throw that, and especially when there's photographic evidence, when there's actual video surveillance evidence as well, proving that the time frame she said that she received all the bruises from Johnny Depp, he was nowhere near the building. But Elon Musk was. I wonder if he's going to be brought into this at all as a defense witness for her. Not too sure. That'll be interesting because obviously the guy's worth 60 billion, and to him it's like, yeah, money's nothing because he's got 60 billion. But what we're going to take a look at, we're going to have a look at this BBC article which came out yesterday, which, to be honest with you, is a bit of a big win for Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp insulted by Amber Heard during Bahamas trip, says his employee. Then we got the usual stuff, Amber Heard insulted, yeah, done all this. Tara Roberts told London High Court that Miss Heard 34 called Mr. Depp washed up and fat. Yeah, the guy who starred in multiple billion-dollar movies is washed up, okay. Mr. Depp is suing the publisher of The Sun over an article that labelled him this, but the newspaper insists it was accurate. How could it be accurate when it's come out as lies? But this is that Dan Walton, or whatever his name is, the guy who actually wrote it. He denies all of this. And then we go into here, in a witness statement at the High Court, Miss Roberts, who is the estate manager of Mr. Depp's Caribbean home, wow, I'd love to have that job, claimed she had seen Miss Heard screaming at and berating the actor as he yelled to her, "Go away." Miss Roberts, who had worked with Mr. Depp since December 2008, added that she saw a red swelling gash on his nose and that he had told her that Miss Heard had thrown a can of liqueur thinner to his face. She went on to describe Mr. Depp as an unusually kind man, saying she had never seen him be violent or aggressive with Miss Heard or anyone else. Miss Roberts alleged that she saw Miss Heard lunge violently at Johnny, pull his hair, commit other aggressive acts towards him. Miss Roberts said that on the 29th of December 2015, when the couple was staying on the island with his 2 children and a friend, the pair had an argument. In a statement, she said, while I cannot hear what caused the fight, Amber repeatedly berated him. She was insulting him, calling him names, and in the middle of this onslaught, I heard her say specifically, "Your career is over. No one is going to hire you. You're washed up, fat, you will die a lonely man," and also screaming things that were incomprehensible. Miss Roberts claimed Mr. Depp tried to leave, repeatedly asking for the key to a vehicle which Miss Heard refused to give back, adding it was later found in the couple's house. She said during the entire incident she never saw Mr. Depp hit or push her, and nor did he physically react to the attacks. She said on walking Mr. Depp to a cafe later on, she saw he had a red swelling gash on the bridge of his nose. Amber, Johnny then told me, had thrown a quart-sized can of liqueur thinner into his face, causing the gash. Miss Roberts claimed she did not see any signs of injury on her face or body during the trip. Sasha Wash QC, representing the Sun publisher news group, asked her about the former couple's Bahamas stay, and Miss Roberts said she was not aware their relationship was very difficult at that time. Miss Wash said, as far as you're concerned, you have suggested it was Miss Heard who was the most violent, is that right? Correct. She was shown a photograph from around the time of Miss Heard with bruising on her face, but said she had not seen this bruising when she saw the pair after the row. During an exchange with Mr. Depp's barrister, David Sherborne, Mrs. Roberts said that she never saw the actor being violent or aggressive towards her. Mr. Sherborne asked the estate manager whether she was lying to protect Mr. Depp because she was worried about losing her job. She replied that she was not. Then you got another one here now. Hollywood stylist Samantha McMillan told the court Miss Heard had no visible injuries the day after the actress alleges Mr. Depp was towards her in a separate incident in late 2015. Miss McMillan said she spent much of the afternoon and early evening with her on the 16th of December as she prepared to appear on a US late-night talk show. In a witness statement, Miss McMillan said she saw Miss Heard in good light, at close range, wearing no makeup. I could see clearly that she did not have any visible marks, bruises, cuts, or injuries to her face or any other part of her body. The stylist said after the program, Miss Heard said to her, "Can you believe I just did that show with two black eyes?" Miss McMillan said Miss Heard did not have black eyes and had been visibly uninjured throughout the day at that moment. Oh, man, I'm telling you, this is absolutely crazy. And when you have people coming out defending Johnny Depp, saying, no, I'm the stylist, I do her makeup and her hair, and there was nothing on her. And she's like, oh my God, can you believe I done that show with two black eyes? Did you? I doubt it. Because when you have the stylist saying, there was nothing on her, this just goes to show that a lot of the stuff that she has been saying has actually been lies. And especially when her entire defense team just ups and leaves her because she lied. That is the biggest key factor in all of this. But this happened yesterday in court, and it's a big win for Johnny. It's a huge win. And we'll just keep you entertained, and I will be keeping everyone updated on this throughout the next couple of weeks until it ends. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you wonderful people soon.